Hey folks, it's Todd at Freedom Fighter Tactical. It's time for the latest status of business and inventory update. Let's get started right now. Hey, it's Todd at Freedom Fighter Tactical. Welcome to the channel. I'm so blessed to have you all here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell so you're notified of future videos. Leave a comment if you'd like to say something to me or anybody else. And follow us over on Instagram. I try to drop content over there. I haven't been good at it lately, but I try to, and at some point I will, of course, drop more. So what's going on here at Freedom Fighter Tactical? Well, you know, if you're new here, I've got a couple of little courses for you. One's called Buy Your M4. I always say build first. BuyYourM4.com. That's the place to start. BuyYourM4.com. BuyYourM4.com. BuyYourM4.com teaches you what you need to know about how to shop for this gun, what to look for, what not to look for, what your choices are going to be, and that sort of a thing. And then Build Your M4 is basically the follow-up to that, and it teaches you, everything, all your choices for this gun that I can help you with at Freedom Fighter Tactical. In case you don't know, a lot of people are new shotgunners and they don't really know what's what you can do, what you can't do, that sort of a thing. So those two videos help you out. And I do have a new one out. A new link. It's not a new page, but it's a new link, and it's 922rparts.com. And if you go there, it takes you straight to my 922R legal page that teaches you 922R, all the ins and outs about that. If you're looking for 922R parts for your gun and you need 3 parts because you put a mag tube on there, or you need 4 parts because you put a skeletonized stock on there, you only ever need 3 or 4 parts. You don't ever need more. And those are the only 2 things that can really trigger you needing parts or putting on a full mag tube or a extra capacity or a skeletonized stock. So all you'll ever need is 3 or 4 parts, and they're all listed, at least the ones that Freedom Fighter Tactical sells. They're all listed at 922rparts.com, and also the laws. I outline the laws for you and give you, feedback and insight on what they mean and how it's so easy to get past them. But that's a new, the page is a new resource, but I've owned the domain 922rparts.com for like 15 years. I've never done anything with it, and I decided to forward you to that page because it's a lot easier to tell you to find that page than it is to go to the menu and find the Learn the Laws tab and find the 922R tab. It's just easier to say, hey, go to 922rparts.com, and there it is. Boom, it's there on your browser. So not a lot going on at Freedom Fighter since the last video. We did get the Mesa stocks with the restock on Mesa stocks. We've got the limb savers only, the stocks with no cheek riser, but the limb saver butt pad, and then we also have the cheek riser version with the limb saver butt pad. That's the one we were sold out on. We also got a restock on the 6-round aluminum side saddles. You guys have been going through those like mad, so I got more of those. I also got the Urban ERT Sling kit in black. I've been sold out of those for a little bit, and we finally got more of those in, and I got more of the black belts. You guys, Urban ERT is probably one of the best in the business, veteran owned. Met Matt at SHOT Show probably 10 or 12 years ago, at least, maybe longer, but I've only sold Urban ERTs. I did have some Magpuls, technically speaking. I did have some Magpuls and some other stocks or slings come through, but I've been pretty much an Urban ERT guy ever since I met Matt and had a chance to try out his products. They're just the best as far as I'm concerned. Yes, there's other great products out there, but a sling, it can only be so great and so awesome. But Matt, the way he builds it, there's about 4 different ways that you can do his sling on the Benelli M4, and I didn't want to sell it in each configuration only, because then I'm going to spend my whole life talking about each configuration and which one to get. So I told Matt, I said, why don't you just build me a kit, and it has all the different configurations in there, all the different little parts, and you get the whole kit, and then you can play with it and decide what you like and configure it on your own. And that made the most sense. I think the way you can buy it some places is you buy the sling itself, and then you choose which kit part you want to go with it. But that's just way too much hassle, chit-chatting about $10 kit pieces. I'd rather just, you buy the whole thing for 90 bucks or whatever it is, and you get everything. You get everything you need, and it's complete, and you can play with it and see what it is you like. So those are back in stock. And of course, I already said the belts. The 2-round magazine tubes, steel black, are back in stock, and you guys are going through them like mad. all my magazine tubes right now are under tremendous pressure. My oversized bolt release buttons, I don't know when I'm going to be able to make more of those. You know, the supplies just, they come and go. When it rains, it pours, and when it's not, it's dried up. Like it's just awful. Collapsible stocks and recoil tubes are getting very low again. If you see things on the site that you want to get them sooner than later, because anytime there's more madness than there is right now, and it's pretty brisk right now. But when it gets nutty, I mean, during COVID, there was, there's been certain moments in the history of Freedom Fighter where I've never seen anything like it. And when I started the business in 2008, it was running smoothly and everything. And then I think it was around 2012, maybe 2011, Sandy Hook happened in Connecticut, and the anti-gun people were beating their drum as loud as they could, and I've never seen anything like it. The sales between the time Sandy Hook happened and Valentine's Day, I mean, on Christmas Day, I was taking orders on the telephone all day long. I mean, it was, and I think that was a month and a half after Sandy Hook had happened, and every day was like that for about 4 months. And then COVID happened. I didn't think I'd ever seen anything like Sandy Hook, and then COVID happened, and it was 4 years of absolute insanity. I mean, the things that I dealt with in the frantic that people felt in acquiring the things that they wanted, because everyone was selling out so fast of everything. And the way I run my business, I keep a lot of stuff. I have way more than I need of almost everything when I can do that. But it takes me several years to build up to those moments where I truly can say, nothing's going to sell out. Nothing's going to, I've got an 8-month supply of everything. But it could take me 4 years to get to that kind of supply. And it's only been 6 or 8 months since the COVID thing kind of slowed down and tapered off a little bit. And I haven't had the kind of time to build up the supply like I'm accustomed to having, but I try to, so that when there's an emergency situation, I'm the guy that still has stuff. Everybody else is sold out. A lot of companies in the kind of business that I'm in, they make, say a magazine tube, they might make 100 magazine tubes, 200 magazine tubes, and that's all they've got. And then when they sell out and they got to live off that money, I've been there, I've done it. When I started out, I was small. And it's hard to grow. It's hard to have the money. It's hard to have the machine time. It's hard to have the material to get to where you can have, 1,000 tubes made, 5,000 tubes made at one time. And that's hard to do. 1,000 charging handles, 1,000, something. So anyway, I try to keep those normals for you guys. But right now, we're still in the catch-up phase from COVID. And we're still not quite out of COVID. I mean, it's still pretty brisk. And I think with the uncertainty and the money, and for those of us who are watching and paying attention, the whole world's going through a major reset between now and probably 2030, 2035, and with money and power and every media and everything else. So we're in crazy times, and the best thing to do is get all your stuff ready, keep your ammo clean, get it ready, pack your snack bag, and always be ready for if, the grid turns off, the trucks stop running, the grocery store shuts the door, whatever it is. So, food, water, and your firearms related things, you need to, always have these things ready to go. So, that's about it today. Going into the weekend, we're doing free shipping on anything above $500. So if you're looking at buying a couple things, don't miss out. If it just takes another item in your cart that you've been looking at to get you over that $500 price point. And I tend to ship every day. I tend to ship very, very quickly. And you can find me at the phone number on the video, phone number on the website. I'm happy to help you out. I work pretty much, 24/7, 365. I do sleep. I turn my ringers off when I sleep. But that's about the only time I'm not accessible. And during the day, if you find me inaccessible, just leave me a message. Send me a text. I will reach out and contact you just as fast as I can. That almost doesn't happen. It's very, very rare, but it does happen from time to time. And I want you to know that I'm responsive and will get a hold of you as quickly as I can once I'm freed up from whatever it is that's holding me back. Anyway, folks, I will see you in the... Oh, I have something coming out. I'm working very, very hard on a comprehensive collapsible stock and recoil tube information product that'll be free. It's not, I mean, I'm just calling it a product, but it's videos and blog posts, and it's going to explain everything. I know what people get confused on. I know how people get tripped up, and I'm going to provide a resource that will tell you everything you need to know very, very quickly in a very well-planned and well-documented video and blog post. So that's coming in the next week or two, so stay tuned. You know, I hope you will enjoy it and find it a tremendous resource for you. And again, if you are new here, or even if you're not new, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell so you're notified, hit the thumbs up that you like the video. That always helps. Leave a comment. Say hi, say whatever you want to say. If it's nasty, it'll probably get deleted, and you probably won't be able to comment ever again. That's fine, too. I always enjoy those. I always save those so I can go back and read them later. Not everybody's friendly to Freedom Fighter. That's fine. But also sign up for the email list, buildyourm4.com, buyyourm4.com. Resources for you guys if you're new to Freedom Fighter. My goal is to make your purchase and build easy and made from a position of strength, as far as you have the knowledge to make the correct choices for you and your budget and your goals with this gun. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I will catch you in the next video. All you first responders and military and people out there serving our country, thank you for what you're doing. Be sure to come home safe every night. We love you guys and girls. Take care. Be safe.